Okay guys, welcome to the second video in the certification for resuscitation for Kyusho Jitsu. I decided to make this a certification course because back in the day when I did the Kyusho home study course, we put up 2 videos for resuscitation and they pretty much got the job done. And then questions started coming in, and you know, I did those original videos back in like 2007 or something like that, and I've encountered problems with knockouts over that time. And so we need to start to address all the potential problems, which we will in subsequent videos, that you can encounter in a knockout and how to deal with them. This video is about lung resuscitation. You knock the person out and they develop breathing issues. There's 2 types of breathing issues you're going to have. One is respiratory arrest, where they stop breathing. And believe me, that one's scary. I've had that happen once. Right? Hopefully I won't ever see that one again. Now, an actual stop to respiration is typically not what happens, but the breathing becomes very, very shallow, so you don't even really notice it. Right? The second is the person hyperventilates. So we're going to cover both of those. Now, the first thing you do is you always start at the beginning, which is waking up the head, right? Even if you think that they're having respiratory problems such as they're hyperventilating, wake up, make sure they're awake, slap the wake up nerve, do a quick head resuscitation, and then assess things again, because waking the person up will oftentimes bring back normal body rhythms that have stopped to exist otherwise, right? So that gets to be key. Now, when you are dealing with the person and they are sitting on the ground, which I will put her down on the ground once again, I've done my wake up on this side and I'm going to assess her. On a man, I would go to this arm first, go to lung 5, strike it, and work on getting the lungs working. This is assuming respiratory arrest or low volume breathing. On a female, I will go the other way to do it, right? Now, the world doesn't end if you don't do that. That, again, is a tweaking object, but we will deal with that here. Right on this point here is lung 5. I want to strike lung 5 with these 2 knuckles, and I'm going to strike it down the arm this way. And that's about all you need. You don't need a hard hit. What you're doing is you're shocking the meridian a little bit to wake up the flow of energy in it. And then from that point, I would turn the hand this way, take it, and then I will pop the fingers on each 3 times. Putting my finger into the cuticle area where the moon is, popping. Now here I am, I'm doing a lung resuscitation on somebody who doesn't need one, right? But that's okay. This is not traumatic event-wise. Now what this does is this balances the other meridians here. I do not touch the lung meridian, which is the thumb. Right? Stay right away from that. Then I come over to this side and I rinse and repeat. Once again, going after lung 5 with this motion, flipping the hands and popping at the cuticle. Then I will come back to the back of the body, go after the wake up nerve one more time and reassess. Now I am assuming at this point in time I will start talking to this person. Now, I do see, when you're talking to this person, you don't want to be scaring them. What a lot of the old-time Kyusho guys like, especially Dillman and Steve Stewart does it as well, is they quite often apologize to their uke. That's a good karma sort of thing, right? Not a bad idea. I've never bothered to do it because I've always had people lined up for me to hit them. So I kind of never figured I felt like I was doing anything I shouldn't be doing, right? So we'll take that from there. Now, if you can redo this pretty much as many times as you want to do it. But if you're not getting a response from them after going through this whole thing twice, it's a good idea to get intervention for them with it. And again, if you see dilation, uneven dilation of the eyes, like one pupil really small and the other one really wide, you've got a problem, and that needs to be assessed. The same if a fever spikes while you're doing this. That also needs to be addressed, right? Anything out of the ordinary you want to check into. Because unfortunately, we never know completely the health of the uke. It's impossible. Right? People can have underlying conditions nobody knows about. This is why I always suggest Never knock somebody out who's over 30 unless you really know them well. I've done it. I've never had a problem. I had my own son go into respiratory arrest, right? And that was a little bit spooky. And then I overstimulated, and I had to deal with hyperventilation after that. And now, speaking of hyperventilation, okay? Now, hyperventilation is where the breathing is too fast, and then they start to lose consciousness because of that. Right? Hyperventilation, I'm going to push back the shoulders and find the clavicle. Where's your clavicle? There it is, right there. So here we have lung 1 on each side here. Okay? I'm going to slap at lung 1 and start pulling this way with it. I can pull it right onto myself. Some people will paddle it, which is also fine. The purpose of that is during hyperventilation, the energy is going very quickly through the lung meridian, lung 1 to lung 11 and the thumbs, right? By pulling back this way, you slow it down, and then this person will start to go back to a normal breathing rhythm, which is exactly what you want them to be doing, right? Is a normal breathing rhythm. And then if I'm not satisfied, once again, I will do some work at the crown chakra to make sure everything's okay. And continue to repeat the work on the back with your hand going through, because when you're scooping your hand up, you're working the energy into both the bladder meridians and in the governing vessel at the back, getting everything balanced back out. And from that point, you should be okay. I would say that if you do 20 knockouts, you're probably going to have a respiratory problem in one of those 20 knockouts. And typically, they aren't much to be worried about. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.